Sandra here, and I found Pud's ears, which means only one thing: we're doing makeup today. And guess what? Guess what again? Halloween season is finally here, so in celebration of that, I thought I'm gonna do a bit of a creative makeup. No, this is not gonna be any Halloween look. This is not gonna be any Halloween look in particular. It's more just like a sort of natural makeup, but with a bit of extra kick to it. That's the idea. I don't have any exact picture in mind, so I'm not too sure yet what we are doing, but we're gonna figure it out. And I'm gonna start with the eyes, so let me zoom you in and we're off. To start off the eyes, I'm gonna go in with the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Concealer, and I'm just gonna use this to prime my eyelids. It's quite good for that. And I think I'm gonna try something new today, and I'm not gonna set my base. I'm just gonna leave it tacky and go from there. Now, whether it's a mistake or not, we'll figure out soon enough. I don't know. But let's see. I have a sort of idea, but nothing exactly worked out. Like, nothing detailed in my mind, so we're just gonna sort of see how it goes. I'm gonna just apply another layer as well, and I'm gonna work one eye at a time so the base can stay a bit more tacky and not settle down. I'm so excited for Halloween. I have many ideas and I'm pre-filming, so at the moment it's about the middle of September. I hope I'm gonna have time to film some Halloween looks. We'll see. I'm excited for the season anyway, and I don't know. We'll see what I have time for, as we're going on holiday in October as well, so I don't know what I'm gonna have time for, but fingers crossed. To start with, I think I'm gonna go in with this shade from the Milani Earthy Elements palette. I'm pretty sure it's like the Everyday Eyes Earthy Elements palette. They used to be huge back in the day, then they don't do it anymore, but I'm gonna go in with this orangey shade, as that's one of the colors I think of when it's, you know, when it's this time of the year. And I don't know, orange just screams autumn time, even though autumn has started basically, but never mind. And I'm just gonna pack it on around here in a shape that I like, and then we're gonna cut the crease later anyway. Just gonna keep packing it on till I'm happy with the shape, and then we can blend it out with another color in a bit. It doesn't matter if it's not perfect, since we're gonna blend it anyway, so that's alright. I'm just using the little brush, by the way, that comes with the palette. What an intense color. This palette is just so good. Now, you don't have to use the exact same products as I do if you want to do anything similar. Just use whatever you have. Next, I'm gonna go in with the Revolution Reloaded Iconic Fever palette, and I'm gonna use, if I can open it, dearie me. I'm gonna go in with that light orange shade and a smaller brush. I'm gonna use this tiny Morphe M506 brush to blend out the edges. This is a surprisingly quick technique. Wow, alright. Should use this more often. I think in the middle portion of my eye, I'm gonna blend this all the way up to my brows there, as you can see. Because why not? It's not a look that, you know, has to be completely wearable. So I might as well do that. Cool. Now I'm gonna cut my crease, And rather than using a concealer as I would normally do, I decided to go with a slightly darker color in the outer portion. So to cut it, I'm gonna use the Chanel Rouge Noir Illusion d'Ombre cream eyeshadow. Again, never learned French, excuse my pronunciation. But it's just this beautiful limited edition shade that is Chanel's iconic color. And I don't use this often enough. So I decided to go with this today to cut my crease and give a darker base to the eyeshadow that I will want to use in a little bit. And this is a bit drier than it used to be, but I hope it still works. And I'm gonna go in higher with cutting the shape out than I would normally do. So let's pray that it works out. I just want to see a little bit of it as well when I have my eyes open. Now usually you would use a lighter color here rather than a darker one, so will this work? I don't know. I really hope so, but we'll see. I'm going to use my fingers to pat the edges down. Like so. There's a bit of fallout, but since we did the eyes first, it doesn't really matter. We can just clean it up later. It's alright. The shade I'm going to use is from one of the palettes I'm penning at the moment, which is the Becca Volcano Goddess palette. And I'm going to go in with the shade Crater. Ooh, or should I go in with Red Rock? Red or brown? Now I'm gonna go in with the brown, like my original plan, Crater, just to pat it on top of that purpley shade. And I'm gonna use a small brush just so I can follow the shape that I carved out. Now I'm gonna take the same brush as we used for my eyes in the beginning to pack the color on, but I'm gonna take the flat edge of it and I'm gonna actually go in with Red Rock just to mesh the orange and the brown together a bit more and pat it in the middle. And then we can go back into the Milani palette and the orange shade and the little brush just to pack it on the outer corner. And those slightly go over that edge. And then go in with the tiny blending brush and blend it there. And on the outer corner. Like so. Perfect. Alright, I think this is a look that I will definitely want some false eyelashes with. We'll need a little bit of liner, but I don't want anything too strong. So, to line my eyes, I'm going to use another Milani palette, and this is the Fierce Foil eyeliner in the shade Brown Foil. I'm going to just take an angled liner brush and do a small flick maybe. I'm only really doing this so my fake lash has a base to sit on, not really for any other reason, especially because the inner corner is already so dark it doesn't need much. I'm not the best when it comes to doing a winged eyeliner on myself anyway. I can do it on others, but when it comes to doing it on myself, it just never works out. It's just easier to see it on other people where it should go. But we'll go with that. I'm just gonna match up my other eye now and then I'm back. Alright guys, I'm back. I also have some false eyelashes on now, and I just mashed it together with the Charlotte Tilbury, what is that mascara called? The Charlotte Tilbury Full Fat Lashes mascara. That is one of my favorites lately, and now we can move on. But I feel like I'm really bright. The lashes that I used are quite huge, and they are from Eyelure, they are from the Luxe line, and I think they're called Opulent. These ones, I used them once before, they are giant, and I haven't used lashes in a while, so I need to get used to them. But for now, we're gonna move on, and I think I'm gonna do my inner corners first. So for that, I'm gonna go back to the backup palette, and I'm gonna apply the shade Lava, which is this beautiful coppery shiny shade that the camera does no justice at all. And I will try to apply it first on a small brush and see how it works. I might have to either wet it or go in with my finger. Yeah, I think I might have to. Let me wet it. Oh, hold on, now that I'm getting off the top layer, it might be better. I'm not sure that shape fully works. It seems to work in real life, but when I look in the camera, it just is not quite there. So I might have to just use a cotton pad in a second and work on that. Just a little bit. Okay, so I just have a cotton bud and it's soaked in some makeup remover, and it should make it quite easy to just shape it however I want it. Okay, I'm happy with that now. And now we have a lovely coppery inner corner, which the camera washes out, but that's fine. Now I'm going to zoom you out and we're going to move on to the rest of the complexion. To prime my face, I'm going to move into the Ordinary High Spreadability Primer. It's just something that's really easy to use and it just glides on my face amazingly. It's also part of my Project Pen Roulette collab. As my foundation today, I'm going to go in the Catrice HD Liquid Coverage Foundation. I'm sure if you've been on my channel a few times before, you know that I love this foundation. It's just really comfortable, it gives a good amount of coverage, and I like it. I'm just going to apply it with a flat foundation brush. This is the Real Techniques, what is it? Instapop cheek brush. Well, I'm using it for foundation, I quite like it for that. Wow, I look pale. Wow. Well, it's because I am. To conceal, I'm going to go in with the matching concealer, which is the Catrice One Dot Coverage Weightless Concealer, and I haven't used this many times, so perfect time for that. And it's pale enough for my really pasty complexion as well, which is great. I think later on I'm also going to conceal my lips, not at the moment, just because I want to draw a slightly different shape on top. But for now, I'm just going to use it under my eyes and the same brush as what I used for my complexion. And I might have put too much on my brush. Just pat it in with my fingers as well. To lightly contour, I'm going to go in with the Charlotte Tilbury Contour Wand. And this is the Hollywood Contour Wand, sorry. I always forget Hollywood in there. And I'm gonna work just one side at a time. Put it down here as well. There we go. I'm gonna do the other side. To add a bit of a glow, I'm going to go in with quite an old product, which is the Topshop Glow in the shade Polished. I'm pretty sure that's all it says. This is the really old packaging. I checked this recently, they still sell it, just in a different packaging. So you can still get this, and it's just a beautiful natural glow. I'm going to apply a bit on the bridge of my nose, and then obviously on my cheekbones. I'm gonna go back with this maybe later as well at the end of the look, but for now I'm gonna apply a light layer now as well. You can just sort of see the difference compared to the other side. I have to say, my skin color is perfect for Halloween. I'm so pale. Doesn't get paler than that. I'm sure it does, but a bit here. And then later I'm gonna steal concealer around here, I think. The only area I think I'm gonna actually set with a powder will be my under eyes. And for that I'm gonna use my NYX Pro Contour and Highlight palette. And I'm just gonna go in with the lightest shade that again is in my project pan, just to set my under eyes. Before we do anything else, I'm gonna finish my under eyes, and again, you don't have to use the exact same things as I do, but I want a bit of a different color under my eyes. So I'm gonna go in with another Revolution palette, and this is the Reloaded Iconic Vitality. So it's kind of a similar setup to the previous one, and I'm gonna go in with this shade on a flat brush under my eyes just to pack the color on, and then I'm gonna blend it out with the light orangey shade that we used in the beginning. I'm gonna show you in a second which one it's from the other Revolution palette. So yeah, I'm just taking an angled flat brush and really packing the color on. Then I'm gonna go in with a blending brush and go back in this orangey shade in the other Revolution palette. Actually, I might just use the same blending brush we used before, because why not? If I can find it. Okay, so we're just gonna go back in the same tiny blending brush we used before with a small amount of product. And I need a mirror for that. And we're just gonna blend, blend, blend. I don't mind blending it quite low. And there's still a bit of that pinkiness peeking through, which I quite enjoy. And I think I'm gonna match my liner in my waterline to that color. There we go. I'm gonna match that up on the other side. Now I'm just gonna apply my mascara to my bottom lash line as well. For my brows, I'm gonna use the NYX Tame and Frame Tinted Brow Pomade, and this is in the shade Espresso. If I can take it off. As you can see, mine is fairly well used. I'm just gonna use an angled brush and fill in my brows and give them a bit of a shape. Just like so. We're gonna match up to the other side as well, and then we move on. Alright, next I want to do a really blushy look, sort of like a blush draping, contouring with the blush sort of look, and I swatched loads of blushes on my hands. So I'm hoping this is gonna work out, otherwise I'm just gonna ruin the whole look now. And I keep looking around because I'm not too sure what I want to start with. I think I'm gonna start with the MAC blush in the shade, hold on, I need to get this out because I'm not too sure what shade it is. It's a MAC blush in the shade Melba, iconic shade, I just couldn't remember the name, which is this peachy color. And I might just go in with a geofiber brush to be even softer. And start at the corner of my eye. And just add a soft bit of color everywhere where I wanted the blush to be. Just starting on my cheeks as well. And a bit going into the hairline as well. again, all connecting around here in the corner of my eye. Then I'm gonna go in with a more precisely shaped brush, which is from Real Techniques, and it's the number 302. And I'm gonna go into a Makeup Geek blush in the shade Summer Fling, which is a quite intense orangey blush. And I'm gonna place it more just here where I would contour. Going up, and just tapping and blending. Just going a bit on the top of my brow. Like so. And I think I will have to do both sides simultaneously, otherwise I'm going to end up with slightly different sides. So let me catch up to that side as well. Okay, to slightly soften it and blend it out, I'm going to use the Benefit Coralista blush. And I'm just going to use the Real Techniques blush brush to do that. And I really just softly go all over it. This is also going to give them a lovely glow. I'm also going to bring a little bit more to like the middle of my eye, quite high up. And as a last step, I'm going to go in with my Revolution Pro palette, and I'm going to mix those two more neutral shades, as I don't want them to be this bright. Again, it's really hard to see on camera, hold on. So I'm going to dip it in both. And just go all over the whole thing. And then a little bit to the tip of my nose as well. And the bridge. Just to give it a cute little bit of colour. Now, to add a little bit of extra to the look as well, I have these black glitter hearts. And I just want to add one under each of my eyes. And to adhere it to my face, I'm going to just use my Too Faced glitter glue, as you don't need a lot to keep these on. I'm going to apply it. I think I'm going to just use a little tweezer. And what I'm going to do, I'm just going to put a little dot of the glitter glue, I think straight from the tube under my eye, somewhere in the middle. Let's say there. And then I'm going to take a glitter with a tweezer. These are just literally little black heart-shaped bits of glitter. And I had these for a while now. I'm pretty sure I got them from Etsy. If I can find them, I will link them below. And I'm just going to apply it right there. Like so. Now, unless I zoom in, I'm not even sure you can, tell that it's a heart, but that's okay. I will zoom in at the end when I take some shots for you. Gonna repeat the same on the other side. There you go, so you can see it from closer up. I just think it adds a cute little detail, and I really like this look so far. We just have lips, and I want to add some details on my neck as well, and then we're done. I'm just trying to decide what shade to use for my lips. I don't really know. So I'm just gonna do a few swatches on my hand from the options I laid out here in front of me, and I will try to decide. I don't really know. I think I'm gonna either go with this purple or with that one on top, or with that one. I'm gonna go with that one, I think. Yeah, let's do that. Okay, so for my lips, first I'm gonna cover them up with the Catrice concealer that we used earlier, and normally I wouldn't do this, but I want to give my lips a slightly different shape, and for that I sort of have to cover them up, so here we go. I could just finish this look here and look dead. Oh, not a great feeling. But to line my lips, I'm gonna go in with the Milani Easy Liner in the shade Sugar Plum. I used this in tutorials before. I love this liner for darker lips. It just works perfectly, so why wouldn't I use it? Need a mirror, always, always. There we go. So my top lips, it's hard to see because they're quite small, but are a lot more rounded and go a lot more down than they normally would. And now I'm gonna go in with lip brush and the OCC lip tart in the shade Dahlia, I think, hard to say. Black Dahlia is what it's called. My brush broke, great. And it's quite nice in one layer, but I want to apply a bit more. Oh, this product is so good. I might apply another layer later, but first I will see how much it settles and dries down. I'm also going to apply an extra layer of mascara to my bottom lashes. Now, because I want to create some extra something, I'm going to apply some face paint to my neck in various fall/autumn colors, whichever you want to call them. If I can see where I put them. Ah, found them. So I'm just going to use some colors from Kryolan, and it's just a palette that I've put together. It's mainly primary colors, and then there's a bit of white, black and purple in there as well. So I'm just going to use those to paint some drippy sort of stripes on my neck. So I'm going to zoom you out so you can see what I'm doing. Oh, wrong way. And I'm going to apply some leaves in my hair. I have some fake leaves, I have some ready ones, and I have some greeny and some orangey ones in here. So I'm just going to apply some of these in my hair as well. And then as a last step, I'm going to go in with the Urban Decay 24/7 liner in the shade Love Drug in my waterline. And then I will be back to film an outro and say goodbye to you guys and show the final results. So this one you'll just probably see all like in a fast forward motion thing. So here we go. Alright guys, I'm back and this is the finished look. I just made this sort of crown, sort of, you know, composition on my head, and I decided not to go with any green leaves. I just didn't want it. So I just randomly stuck some red and some yellowy leaves in no particular order on my head. And as you can see, I just have some drippy colors down on my neck, which I think just gives a nice little bit of extra down to my neck. And you know, if I look up, it looks ridiculous, but if I just look straight ahead, it gives the illusion, and I think it goes really nice with it. It's just a little bit of something, and I really like this soft blushy look as well, together with the strong lips and the strong eyes. Please let me know in the comments below what do you think. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. Also tell me if you have any Halloween parties already planned. If so, what are you gonna go as? I'm dying to know. And if you would consider subscribing to my channel, that would mean the world to me. So please do that, and hopefully I will see you in my next video. I just can't talk anymore. But I'm gonna go now. Have a lovely day and bye bye.